I, 27F, think I'm in a toxic relationship with 27M. Should I continue the relationship? My children's father and I have been together, on and off, since we were 20. I was his first girlfriend, but he had situationships before me. He would constantly break up with me because he wasn't sure what he wanted. I would end up taking him back every single time. Each time he would break up with me, he would always be talking to other women. When I got pregnant with our first child, he was kind of there at first, and then he dipped. He came back 30 days later and said he was all in. He wanted me to move in with him, but I told him I wanted to be married first. We then broke up again because he didn't want marriage. Our second baby happened due to me being dumb and still loving him. I thought he loved me. Anyway, we ended up not getting back together because he told me he wanted to get out there and explore. When I had the second baby, he came back and said he's matured and was ready to settle down. He even said we would soon get married. However, he told me he ended up sleeping with 3 other people during that time. I was really sad because we would still talk all of the time, even though he says our conversations were just friendly and not romantic. He was right about that, but I was stupid and loved him. I told him he had to prove himself to me first because I'm not just going to give him my heart again for it to be broken. He just straight up would tell me, I'm not the prize and he doesn't have to prove anything to me. I offered counseling and he was unwilling to go. He would just tell me to trust him. I would go back, but I was always afraid he would cheat on me. I would then quickly break off the relationship. This cycle continued for the last 1.5 years. Finally, I found an inkling of self-worth and ready to move on. I'm just trying to make sense this whole situation. He told me he would date other women because he felt extremely insecure and that I treated him like a project. I asked him why he didn't just communicate that to me so we could work on it together. When we got back together, nothing changed. I was still doing a lot of the work, even though he denies this, and I would have to be the one to call him to talk. From day one, there wasn't this burning desire to talk to me. He would get home from work, play video game, and then sleep in until 11 before he would have to go to work. He does get the kids on his days off. I have the kids 5 days a week. I also go to school and work. Gets upset when I can't drive to his house to hang out. I would express my deep frustrations and told him that I'm a mom now and can't just drop everything to go and hang out. I don't get any child support from him. When the kids are with him, he does feed and clothe them. Aside from that, he'll throw a bit of gas money my way every now and again, but that's it. So, I just don't see how we can be a true partnership in a marriage context. He's also pretty emotionally closed off and avoidant. I've tried to talk to him about it and asked if there was any potential abuse in his childhood. I'm suspecting that for certain reasons. He just says he's fine. I don't want to say he's a covert narcissist, but he does seem to treat me like I'm just there to meet his needs and that's it. I don't know, I'm just at a loss and not sure if I should continue to make it work since we have children. Am I being just too dramatic?